Hey guys!
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Every Dirty Detail.
You always do that.
I know.
Why?
In my head, I have this whole intro like planned out,
You just look
and then
at
I
me.
talk, and I'm like, what was I gonna say?
You look at me, I'm like, do I have something in my teeth?
When I used to cheer right before competition, like right before I'd go out on the mat, I used to forget the whole routine. I'd go over it in my head, and before I would go on the mat, I'd forget the whole routine. I'm like, what am I doing? But like once the music started or like whatever started, I was fine. But I used to forget it right before I went home.
Yo, being like a cheer mom, if one of those little girls would tell me that, I would punch him in the face.
No,
I'm like, we are not losing this, guys. No, sorry.
And I feel like that's like what happens when I go to record. Like in my head, I have this whole thing planned out to say, and I'm like, what? What was I saying?
I feel like I have something in my teeth because you always look at me. I'm like,
No, because I just freeze, so it's just I don't know what's happening.
I'm like, is something wrong with my makeup? Like, what is
It's
happening
just habit.
today?
Anyway, welcome back, guys. We've had a hell of a week. Oh my god.
A week, a month and a
Well,
half.
Yeah, but
Oh,
for me, this week has just been like very emotional. Manny graduated.
yep.
I almost knocked some guy out because he walked in front of me while I was recording Manny.
Some of these friends are a little like,
I was like, hello, you see me recording.
yeah.
So I was livid.
Well, I guess, Ari too. Well, they called it a celebration. 'Cause
Yeah, that's
she's-
what they called him too, but I call it graduation season.
Yeah, because she's going to middle school. Oh.
And then David had his graduation too. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I yelled, that's my baby.
Oh, we heard it in the recording.
I was like, David, did you hear me? He's like, Mom, the whole place heard you.
I was just, I thought you were going to be like, oh, these girls. I'm like, here we go.
No, but he had, oh my god, I didn't even tell you. He had his school dance.
I saw him in his little.
He looked so cute.
He looked so cute.
He looked so handsome. He looked very good. But anyway, so he wanted to go and like drive with his friends, so he went to his friend's house, took a couple pictures, and then he went with a couple of his friends. And I picked him up after. Now he didn't go the date, just with the friends, like, you know. This kid comes out of there. First of all, his face is beet red. He didn't even take off his jacket the whole time he was in there. And he's like, Mom, it was so hot. I'm like,
Bruh.
why didn't you take your jacket off? Nope, kept the jacket on the whole time. I was like, did you dance? He's like, yeah. Starts telling me all the girls that were dancing with him. There was more than one girl that kissed him. I was like, sir,
Wait.
what is happening?
In the school?
They did it at the Elks.
I don't care.
But yeah, it
There
was a
was no
school event.
chaperones?
There was. The teachers.
Yo, these kids are moving too fast for me.
And David's over there with all these pictures, and I guess there's like some webpage or something for them. He won't let me go on it, but
Usually some schools have Instagrams.
he said that there's like a bunch of pictures of him with all these different girls on there, and the girls were loving him. I'm not kidding you. They like all came over to the car afterwards because a lot of them follow me, so they see me.
Hey,
so, like,
guys.
they all say hi to me. I love them all. They all say hi to me and stuff when I see them, but so they all come over to the car. But I did say, I was like, was he respectful? They were all like, yes, he was very respectful. I was like, okay.
So cute.
I don't care anything else. At least he was respectful, so I'll take it. But yeah, he's talking about how all the girls were loving him. I'm like, oh my god. And then not freaking Ray. Oh, that's how I was back then too.
He's just
And he's like, oh yeah, I had kissed multiple girls in one night at a school dance too. I'm like, okay. Anyway, but nonetheless, they had fun.
Ari had fun at hers. They all like came out with their faces like really, really red.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Mind you, she comes out with like mad snacks. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? She goes, I need the water.
These are for later.
She comes out with like 4 bottles of water. Dude, that little bag that she had, why does she have like 3 bags of chips in there?
Oh my gosh.
I'm here for it though. But like, she's like, come on, Mom.
I've never
I was
seen her
like,
eat chips like that.
she brought them from like the house, like half of it's still there. I'm like, you don't even eat chips.
Oh
but, like,
yeah, I was just saying, I never see her eat
they're
chips.
like hit or miss with like chips, but she said she had a good time. And it was more like, I was like, did you dance with any boys? She goes, ew. I was like,
Oh good, thank God.
I was like,
We got one of them over here still safe.
I was like, okay, good. But she had fun. Her last year in elementary school. I'm so nervous. I asked her, I was like, are you nervous? She goes, nah. And I'm like,
she's like, I'm fine.
I'm over here like
I'm good.
hyperventilating for her, but gotta let go sometimes, just a little bit.
A little at a time, a little bit at a time, because I can't handle it.
I'm still like, Jaden graduated, and it's Alex.
Alex is gonna be a senior. I'm like, how is this happening? Because I still remember picking them all up from elementary school, and I'm like, how are they like
I'm like,
this
I
old
remember
already?
them when they were a couple hours old at the hospital.
It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
No more babies.
No more babies. Ray wants another one, but
Have fun with that, not me.
no, I'm good.
The shop is closed.
So,
They shut down.
but anyway, I always feel like summer brings on a lot of like breakups. Like something about the summertime, it's like people start breaking up and leaving relationships and all of that, which we're not going to talk about that part of it. But we do want to talk about how you can kind of help a friend, loved one, whatever it may be, through the breakup, and like what a good friend, like what we would consider, you know, a good friend doing to help us, support us through it. I have not been through a breakup in a very long time.
Well, I guess mine's is a breakup, divorce, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't give a fuck.
But I have helped a few other friends through their divorces and breakups as well.
She's a good listener.
And that, I think, is like across the board.
Uh-huh.
Something that everyone has always said to me was that I am a good listener, and I just feel like that, to me, like when I went through breakups in, you know, a long time ago, because I've obviously been away for 11 years, but before when I went through these breakups, I think that was the thing that helped me the most, was having people that I can call and talk to that didn't care how many times I repeated myself, because I just like, my mind was going a mile a minute and I just needed to say it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And like the people that had the patience to just sit there and listen to me and just validate me every single time, not get annoyed with me, just sit there and listen to me, I think that was like the number one thing that always helped me get through.
Yeah. Well, you're really good at that when I call you, even if I talk about the same shit.
It's because I know how much it helped me, so for everyone I know that comes to me with that, I don't care, you can tell me the same thing 85 times.
Yeah, I could tell you how pissed off I am, and it could be this, I could be pissed off at the same thing. And she won't be like, oh my god, here we go.
No.
Nope. She just lets me let it out. She lets me cry it out.
I don't just think it's important.
Yeah, no, especially like, I mean, this has been an emotional up and down roller coaster, this divorce. But I mean, I have a group of girls or women that have been through it. So like sometimes like if I text them, hey, like I feel like this, they're like, it's normal. To have people go through what you've been through helps a lot too. But I did have people be like, oh, just get over it. And I'm like, was with that man for almost 18 years of my life. So you can't just like flip a switch and get over it like that. But.
So I definitely think, okay, so active listening. What would you just, validation. Definitely validating people's feelings, I think, is a huge thing. And I've heard you mention that a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. About how, you know, the people that have gone through it and stuff like that, that's normal, that's like all of that, like validating how you feel, I think is, Manny, go upstairs.
He's kidding, bro.
I think is a big thing too, just to let someone know that what they're going through is normal and it's okay to feel all the feelings you're feeling.
Yeah, to feel like enraged and so like, it's honestly like, if you've never been through it, it's an up and down feeling that like, some days I'm fine with it and some days I'm like, what the fuck again? So it's like an up and down, but to have people to be like, it's normal, it happens, it's a process. That's like, it's a whole process that you go through. And not even just women, because I have a few guys that are friends and like they've been through a divorce too, and they're like, yeah, like I felt like that for a minute, like, you know, you're doing really good and stuff like that. I think for me, what it was, and I've told you before, I was so tired of hearing that you just got to deal with it and be strong.
You did tell me that before, and I think I said I don't think I've ever told you that.
No.
I've told you you are strong, but I never told you to be strong.
I think that for me is so annoying because, again, if you've never been through it and dealt with it, either be a supportive friend or just stay silent and don't say anything, just let them vent. Because hearing from multiple people, you need to be strong, you need to be, it gets to a point that I just start like closing you out. Or like people will be like, okay, well, done with your problems, now we have to talk about mine. And not that I don't care about nobody's problem, but like if your whole life didn't flip upside down and you're mad about like something really dumb, that I've learned to only let certain people in of what actually is going on with my divorce, because I've learned not everybody is going to be there for you.
No. But I also think not everybody knows how to be there.
Yep.
Sometimes when you are emotional, other people don't know how to handle other people's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like a big thing too. I don't think everybody sets out to not be supportive, but I think some people just can't handle other people's emotions when they get emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So
it sucks.
I also think another big thing is, being there just when they call, like not ignoring phone calls and not, kind of like making the person feel like they're a bother, and just always being there, like pick up the phone and answer, whether they are going to repeat themselves or whether, they just need to talk about something, or, bounce an idea off you or whatever it may be.
Very true.
I did read actually something that said another way to support someone through this is encouraging them to continue like with self-care.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever thought about that. I've thought about like, oh, you gotta take care of you, like, all that, but like I don't think I've ever actually like encouraged the self-care during that time. Mm-hmm. I'm very good at listening and very good at offering like my advice, my opinion when it's, when they want it, but I'm like, oh man, I don't think I've ever done that.
I've gotten a lot of that going through this divorce.
Yeah?
I mean, some days I'm like, when he has the kids and like if I'm not working, a part of me feels guilt because I just want to either lay down, I want to enjoy the quiet. And I'm just like, okay. But a lot of people have told me like self-care for like you a lot throughout this whole process, and I'll do little things just for me, and then like it helps a little bit and stuff like that. But a lot of people have told me like you need to put you first now.
Yeah, I don't know why that is something that I have never really thought much about, but it makes total sense, especially when you look back and you think how much of yourself you neglected during that time that you were in this relationship, because that you were putting all that time, effort, and everything into your partner, into your relationship, into the family, into whatever, the household and all of that. And a lot of times, you just neglect yourself. It just, you put yourself on the
back
can
burner.
I talk? The back burner.
Got you.
And, so I read that and I was like, wow, that is, to me, I was like, I think that's really good advice.
I feel like a lot of women like need to hear that, because I think we just forget and we lose ourselves in a relationship. I mean, I told you that I felt like I lost myself, and now I'm, I guess, regaining, or not even regaining, trying to find myself again.
Yeah.
Like little by little, not like Ashley the mom or like the worker and stuff like that, or Ariana and Carter's Uber driver.
No, like finding your identity outside of all of those things.
Yeah, like finding little things that I like and that I don't like and stuff like that. That's been a real like help. I want to try new things that like I've always wanted to try but never dared to try it. And now I'm like, let's go. This summer's gonna be fun.
Something else I read too was I can't remember how it was worded, but it was basically talking about offering to kind of like do a task or something that they need, like you know, if you're at a friend's house that's going through all this and you notice that like they have a thing full of dishes, like a sink full of dishes, like, you know.
Oh, like a little help.
Yeah, like just trying to help out here and there with something or anything is like really helpful as well. And that's something else I never thought about either, because I was like, oh damn. I mean, that makes sense, because I know when I've gone through breakups before, I mean, the depression set in. I don't want to do anything. I was lucky if I even got out of bed.
Yep.
You know, so having someone that just like did something small like that just to help out is huge.
Oh, those things are like everything. Take the trash out for me.
Yeah.
Oh, when you guys are like, let me take the kids for a little bit. I'm like, really? Just like little things like that. Even if it's like, I just want to clean up the house when they're not there. Or like something like that. Or just coming over, hey, let me help you with the kids tonight kind of thing. Like, that is like everything. But yeah, no, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I liked those two things that I read. I was like, oh damn, I really like those, and I've never
So
personally thought of them.
It.
Yeah. But I was like, oh wow, like I think that sounds really good.
Hell yeah.
So.
Cheers.
What else do you think? Have you had anything that like really you find has been really helpful?
I mean, a lot of people know I have a really good like support system, especially for like the kids, and stuff like that. I mean, the girls have been such a big help. I have other people that have like I can reach out to, or have reached out to me. I have an old boss that she went through a really bad divorce too, and
Karen.
Yeah, and she reached out to me, and like. There's days that I like go back and I read her message and stuff like that, because like, you know, she's like, I know like the anger, like all the like emotional stuff like you feel through this process, and you know, she said the most beautiful words. And like one thing that she did point out, she's like, the only part I don't understand is the anger that you must have because you do have children with this man, because she didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So like she understands the divorce process, being with somebody for so long, but you know, the mother process of being divorced and like that kind of stuff. And then the other girls, they have kids, so they've been through it, so it's like it's a balance for me.
And I'm sure different perspectives.
Oh my god, yeah, because like, you know, everyone has gone through a different type. A lot of it leads up to them cheating or them seeing somebody else while being with you. Like it ends up with that kind of stuff, but in different like situations. But having different types of people understanding like a certain emotion and stuff like that has been really good for me. My family has been there for me, even though they probably want to choke me and kill me
No, we don't.
Because my emotions can go from 0 to like 100,000. But I mean, everyone's been very like supportive and stuff. Has been with the kids especially. I mean, Ari, she has her days, she has her weeks, she goes through a lot of emotions. Just navigating that, I have to like, that's when I'm like, oh, I have to be real strong for this right now, because, you know, you don't want to let her down.
Yeah.
But it's been a roller coaster, but it's okay. Good things are happening.
They are, and the weather is finally somewhat better here.
Yeah,
It's
because
hot as shit out.
I was about to start calling it Seattle, New England, because goddamn, yo, if this is what it's like over there, wow. Like I couldn't.
No, I'm glad that it's getting.
Because I was feeling that seasonal depression. Like, where's the sun? Is she okay? Somebody get her. Because it makes everybody moody too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every weekend's been raining. I swear, every Tuesday, my day off, it's rained. I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel like that on my days off on Thursday, but then I'm like, you know why the sun is out? Because these kids are not in school.
Yeah. But I think this upcoming week looks really nice too, and I think this weekend is the first one in forever that's not going to rain. So
I told you, play hooky on Wednesday.
I can't.
Come to the beach with me.
I wish.
Who wants to go? I'm off.
But anyway, so I think all in all, I think just giving your support, showing your support in whatever way that person needs, I think is the biggest thing. That and just actively listening.
So, do you remember your like first like high school or like teenage breakup?
Oh, 100%. So in high school, I dated the same person for my junior and senior year. And I mean, this was the one I lost my virginity to, all of it. I was like in love with this guy. But then I started working and I kind of fucked up first. I started to
Oh, the tea.
I did cheat on him.
You did not.
I did.
Ay, Jesus.
And you want to know how guilty I felt? I felt so guilty that I told him myself. I didn't get caught.
You snitched yourself out?
I snitched myself out. I didn't get caught. There's no way he would have caught me because the person that I had kissed was not even in high school anymore.
Wait, you
and
just kissed them?
Just kissed them. That's it.
Like, did you make out or was it just like a little pet?
We made out. This was someone that I had liked in the past and whatever. But he was not even from my town. Nothing. There was no link to my boyfriend at the time. Like, there was no way possible he ever would have found out. Okay, I felt so guilty. I told on myself. I literally told on myself.
Yo. Oh no.
And we ended up getting back together. And then did he even break up with me? I don't even remember. Maybe he didn't even break up with me at all. I don't even remember. But it really hurt him. Fast forward, I don't know how long after, but then I broke up with him and I dated somebody else and he was really upset about it. And then I got back with him and then he ultimately ended up leaving me for somebody else. And I was distraught. I was like such a mess. And looking back and talking about it now, I'm like, well, I didn't even have a right to be like that, considering everything. You know what I mean? But I was so upset. Oh my god, that was horrendous. I punched him in the face.
Had a queen?
At a Halloween party or something like that.
I mean, I have a friend that beat up over her baby daddy, so
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of
it.
it. But I was trying to get to the girl and he stepped in front of me and so he took the punch nonetheless. Anyway, but yeah, I told him myself. I hurt him and then I ultimately got hurt too. So we were actually friends in our adult life though. So he doesn't hate me for stuff we did when we were 17, 18, you know. So that's good. Yeah.
Damn.
But that I think was my first time and I was like a hot mess. And I used to work at Circus City. I don't know if anyone remembers Circus City.
God.
I used to work there. And when I tell you, I had a very, very, very good group of friends there. Like, I had this one friend, he was amazing. And, I mean, he would, I drove, I had my own car. He'd pick me up, he'd drop me off. We'd hang out, he would drive. We'd hang out at his house. Like, we would just go do things like how you and Eli are. And he was, like, my rock through all of that. Like, he got me through so much of it. But then, we had other friends that I used to work with there, and I mean, I would call them up and like be crying and saying the same things and repeating myself, and they never ever made me feel any type of way for being like that. They just listened and helped me through it, and yeah, that's what helped me.
I'm so stuck that you snitched yourself out.
I snitched myself out. I felt so guilty. That's the type of person I am. I felt so. I don't like that shit. And I felt so guilty, and I knew at the end of the day I was going to hurt him by telling him, but I couldn't live with the guilt of knowing that I did that, and I snitched on myself.
Good Lord.
Do you remember your first breakup?
Oh my god, yeah. I was with him for, oh my god, freshman, actually the end of 8th grade to like my junior year, but I didn't.
Damn, that's a long time.
He didn't go to like the same school as me. It was one of the. He's from like one of the churches that my parents went to. The pastor's son too.
Oh.
But it was like, I'm pretty sure it's like my junior year. This girl that I actually know, her boyfriend and him, the guy that I was with, they went to the same school.
Oh, okay.
So, like, when her boyfriend came out, like, I met him, and, like, then one day, like, she came and told me, he's like, yo, my guy is, he's not alone over there. I was like, what? And yeah, I found out he was cheating.
Oh, man.
There's my trust issues.
Starting off early.
Real early. Pastor son, great. Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, I was a little distraught. Same thing, like literally lost my virginity to this kid. Well got. But yeah. Started the trust issues though.
For real, I mean.
Shout out to my girl though, because me and her are still like cool and stuff like that. She's such an amazing mom, wife, everything. She's like so dope. But yeah, that was a lot for me. I was like, what the hell? And now like going through like my divorce and like certain, I'm just like, that's where like my trust issues started. The fuck? Right there at the age of like,
Wow.
what? 18? 17, 18?
Yeah.
Insane. So
Insane.
that's where it started. But yeah, I've never like really cheated. No.
Well, if you do, definitely tell on yourself. In my defense,
I would never.
in my head, it made more sense for me to be the one to tell him anyway than for him to possibly ever find out. Like I said, though, there was literally no way he would have found out. But to me, I was like, I should tell him versus him finding out another way. And yeah, I definitely really hurt.
But
him. I felt like shit.
I feel like I've seen people have sent me stuff too that like you get 3 great loves in your life. And the first one is always like your teenage like love and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that because she can even tell you that I'm like, nobody's gonna want to be with me. I'm a mom of like 2 kids, like I'm near damn 40, and all this stuff. And I've seen a lot of like posts on that or people send me that you get 3 great loves in your life. So maybe my Mr. Right is out there on his yacht waiting for me.
On his yacht.
Waiting for me and my 2 kids.
First and foremost, people are going to want you. It doesn't matter how many kids you have.
Well, now I know that. Like,
but I know, yeah. In the moment when
you,
it's all happening, it's fresh.
Yeah, right now I'm good. I'm good. I'm in the process of like trying to heal, trying to help my kids. That would be one of them, with probably Manny.
Alex.
With Alex. Just trying to get through like the healing process. I mean, today I got good news and I can say it. I got a new job, which is so exciting. So it's something that's like really new for me. I am a little scared, but it's gonna be so good for me. I feel like mentally, emotionally, and good for my kids. It's like gonna be, I feel like this is gonna be like a really new chapter. Like Ari's going to middle school, Carter's going to like elementary school.
Yeah. You're gonna start a new job.
And then I'm going right back into cheer and now football because of Carter. I mean, they're always gonna keep me busy, but I think this has been a new chapter for me and the kids, which is something that I'm praying it's nothing but like a blessing from here on, because it's just been hell.
Yeah.
This I feel like has been the most emotional, distraught like I've been from a breakup, and I think it's because I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
As much as he says that I knew, I did not. But I think this, compared to like, your little high school like breakup, this has been the most like
The hardest.
Yeah. I feel like there's days that like I didn't want to get out of bed. Cause you see like in the movies, they're just like sitting in bed and like, I didn't even want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom would have to call me did you eat? Like coffee's not food. And I'm like, I've had 3 coffees already. But now I think I feel like I'm getting close to the ending of like closing that chapter, I guess, of the hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100%. I want to say I'm at like 70%. I think I'm at 70. And I should be a new woman after all of this.
I think so too. I think you're doing great. I agree. I think it's a new chapter for you. It's a new beginning. I mean,
Thanks,
you're moving forward.
Yeah. Something good for me and my kids too. It's the only reason why I was looking for a job, because it's their schedule too, so.
Yeah. But yes, nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in today. We are definitely looking for new topics to talk about, so feel free to let us know what you guys would like to hear about, our opinions, because obviously we think they matter, so.
We do.
But anyway, thank you guys for joining, and we will be back next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.